Good morning, Facebook. Happy 4th of July. Happy Thursday. If you're not living in the United States or anywhere that you are, it's a bad morning, y'all. I've had such an issue this morning. But good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Happy 4th of July if you're in the United States. If you don't celebrate it, I ain't mad at you. My name is Carol White, and I am your host for this week's segment of When Life Needs a Detox. Y'all, I was going to jump right into today's topic, but I have a rant. Like I said, it's been a bad morning. PSA for dog owners who have never lived in a residential neighborhood before. Those of us that own our homes and pay landscapers to do our lawn do not appreciate you bringing your freaking dogs to pee on our front lawns. Yes, young lady, she seems like a very nice girl, but I happened to open my door this morning and she, just as free and easy as the breeze, has her dog peeing on my front lawn. Now I asked her about it. She said, well, it's only grass. It's just grass. I said, no, sweetie, this is my front lawn. You don't let your dog pee on anybody's front lawn. That's disrespectful. Well, I'm sure she smells other dogs. Yeah, but I'm talking to you about yours. Do not let your dog pee on my lawn. And trust me, if I catch anybody else letting their dog pee on my lawn, we're going to have a few words too. But in closing, please, if you own a dog, I don't care what size it is, do not allow your dog to pee and poop on other folks' lawns. Because see, now just for example, I pay my landscaper $70 a month. Okay, let's start there. Let's add in the $16.99 fertilizer I pay every month. Let's talk about the weed killer that I have to pay for every month. We getting up to $15. Then let's talk about the Grubex, and let's talk about my time that I invest in my lawn. We're running up to about $130 a month. And you think you have the right to let your dog pee all over my lawn? Oh, baby, bye. No. Please be considerate of your neighbors. If you're going to walk your dog, let them pee and poop in your backyard first. And that would make everything so much better. Oh, one more thing. If anybody remembers, they're from Chicago, if you remember, there was an alderman on the north side that made, when we closed down the projects and they had to move those people, those residents into residential neighborhoods, they had a program where it was, they had to attend called How to Live in a Residential Neighborhood. Now, if anybody remembers who that alderman was, please put it in my feed so that I can get a copy of that and distribute it throughout my neighborhood. Yeah, I'm just that mad. Okay, listen, today's segment of When Life Needs a Detox is, ladies, be careful what you claim. Now, I noticed with a couple of the comments that were left about the topic, people are confused. What you claim is not about who you claim. It's about how you perceive yourself, what you think of yourself, what you claim. We'll talk about who you claim next week because that's a good topic too. We're going to hit that. But right now, we're talking about the young ladies or ladies in general whose self-perception dictates how other people are looking at them. Because see, what you claim is what you generate. And what you generate is what people see. And what people see about you is how they will think about you for the rest of your life. Let's get started. Now, I've been reading posts on Facebook from young women who are going through hardships and experiencing losses in relationships. Additionally, I've been reading some posts that I don't know how I got on this particular feed, but these women are making boasts about their abilities, let's just say. And it took me back to my younger years, specifically to a memory of a former lady acquaintance who was at least 25 years my senior, who used to incessantly brag about her proficiency in oral sex. Really, dude? She was always making statements like, child, I'm a suckologist. Can't nobody do the damn thing better than me. I can start a Harley. If they gave degrees in oral sex, she didn't say that, but, you know, I'd have a PhD. I got skills like nobody's business. I'm just that good. Now, suffice it to say, she was the kind of person to make this profession at any given time and place, which is why she's a former acquaintance. Now, this made me feel embarrassment for her because, one, she was indiscreet as to whom, where, and how loud she would make this profession. And two, people saw her as a joke. Men viewed her with amusement and disdain. Women saw her as uncouth, dirty, and just plain raunchy. I was embarrassed for myself because, one, I was with her, and I felt that such public professions were unladylike, and she made me feel ashamed. And number two, you are always judged by the company you keep. Moreover, I realized that you are also judged by what you claim about yourself. Now, what truly made me divest myself of her company was the analogy she drew between having a PhD in psychology as to having a PhD, period. Now, I chose to give this some serious thought. Y'all don't ask why, but I did. Now, I did the math, and I correlated penises to the number of years it took to earn a PhD in general, and figured out how much it would actually take to earn this particular psychology doctorate. The breakdown was not cute. Here's what I came up with. I know this is not a topic I normally do, but this one was on my spirit. Now, let's just take chronology of education. Going to kindergarten. Let's just say this is your first episode in penile contact. So that's penis number 1. Elementary school takes 8 years, 8 penises. You're now up to 9. High school, 4 years, 4 penises. This brings your total to 13. College, your undergrad. It takes 4 years, provided you didn't have to have an extension. This now brings your total to 17 penises. Grad school takes about 2 years, maybe 3. So now your total is close to 20. Graduate school for the PhD. Now this is where it kind of gets dicey. Now a PhD can take anywhere from 4 to 7 years to complete. So now you're up to, say an average of about 26 penises. Now this is now getting into another 2 years for the dissertation. And that brings you to 28. Here's the thing about the dissertation though. When my sister, and I remember this, when my sister Leslie was going for her dissertation, she was given the advice to take her dissertation, which is basically a book. She's writing a book on her topic, and she has to defend her book, defend her position on her paper. They told her, look, make about 20 copies of your dissertation. Turn the first one in, they're going to rip it to shreds. Wait about 2 weeks, give them the second copy. Look at all of their advice and their criticisms, and let this go on for however long they decide, because it will take, some boards would take up to 20 times to send you back your dissertation. So let's say they sent it back all 20 times. You are now up to 48 penises. It takes approximately 48 penises for you to get this PhD in oral proficiency. Let's just do it that way, oral proficiency. Now that's just your formal education. Let's not even consider certifications, recertifications, your practical experience, seminars for updating your skills, retreats, conventions. The numbers are going to become more than a notion. So once this claim was made by my former acquaintance, I then could only imagine what men were thinking about. How much penile contact my acquaintance would have to make this particular claim. You know, I don't think anybody went into as much detail as I did or as much research, but you know, men start thinking about that. And after giving this some thought, maybe they just considered my acquaintance unfit for dating seriously. Even further, she'd be unfit to be seen with in public or having any type of physical contact with whatsoever. And that's just a shame. Now, I realize that this story is far more graphic than anything I normally do. But I'm doing this to make a point. Ladies of all ages, we must decide how we are going to be perceived in this life. We have to think about the things we say, the way we say them, and to whom we're saying them. We need to give serious thought concerning the things we do, how we do what we do, where we do what we do, and with whom we do what we do. Look at it this way. You can be seen as the queen of the court or the court jester. You pick. Yes, that is it. I don't have anything further to say. But we as women, and I think men would concur with this, we are, whatever we put out, whatever vibes, whatever energy we put out to the world is how the world is going to view us. We need to take, number one, if we do something wrong, let's just take ownership. We're going to make our mistakes. Everybody does. There's nobody in this world that's not going to make a mistake. But you always give your best in this life. Always view yourself as the very best in this life. How you see yourself is how the rest of the world is going to view you, and that is how they are going to treat you. If you want the best, see yourself as the best and carry yourself as the best. You know what? I love y'all. I really do. But it is the 4th of July. Hi, Corwin. How are you? Queen of the court or court jester. People need to think. Yes, everybody needs to think about what they do. Absolutely. But you know what? It is 8:17. And I got to go back to the store because I forgot some things. So I need to get my 4th of July up and rolling. Again, my name is Carol White, and that has been this week's segment of When Life Needs a Detox. I love you guys to the moon and back. And I want you all to do everything you can today and always to live your best life. I'm going to talk to you next week. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.